Objective for today again is to solve 2 by 2 systems of equations and to know and use least common multiples and to solve multi-step equations for your learning targets. Example. In this example you have a 4 and a 4 out to the left. Anytime you have the same numbers, even if one's negative or positive, you do not have to multiply anything at all. In this case, you would just have to multiply them together. When you add two numbers that are the same except for the signs, then they cancel out. 3 plus 5 is 8. And then you have negative 5 plus 77. That would be a 72. 72 divided by 8 is 9. Now plug that back into either this equation or this one. I'm going to use the bottom. So that would be 4x plus 5 times 9 equals 77. And simplify to get 45. You must move that to the right side and change the sign. Simplify, and then divide. Eight 9 is the answer. 5x plus 2y equals 40, and negative x plus y equals negative 8. Solve the system of equations. Step 1 on the practice problem is to look at these two numbers. You have a 5 and a negative 1. Just think of it as 5 and 1. 5 and 1. You need to multiply the bottom by 5 so that we can get a 5 out here in this spot. The top stays the same. On the bottom you're multiplying everything by 5. So negative 5x plus 5y equals a negative 40. Now you have to add, and the reason you have to add is because you have a positive and a negative 5. If you add, those cancel out. Now add 2y and 5y to get 7y. And 40 plus negative 40 is 0. If you divide 0 by 7, you still get 0. You must plug this in for either y in this equation or this one. I'm going to use the top one. So that should be 5x plus 2 times 0 equals 40. 5x plus 0 equals 40. You can drop the 0 and then divide by 5 to get an answer of 8 for x. So your final answer is 8, 0. X plus 4y equals 42, and negative 3x plus 4y equals 18. Solve the system of equations. The solution for the practice problem: you have a 1 and a 3 out on the left for your x's, but take a look at your y's. You have a 4 and a 4. If you want, you can subtract these two equations. If you have a 4y and a 4y, you can subtract, and these would cancel out. So what's left is 1 minus a negative 3, which is 4, and then 42 minus 18, that would be 24. Divide and get an answer of 6 for x. But anytime you end up solving for x first because you canceled out the y's, make sure when you go back to plug this in, you're not putting it in for y. You have to put it in for an x. I'm going to use the top one. And remember, we solved for x equals 6, so that would be 6 plus 4y equals 42. And then move, change the operation, simplify, divide, and get an answer of 9 for y. 6, 9 is the answer.